Hey, welcome to X3, One Topic, Three Pundits. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak, and here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo. And we're going to discuss this crazy story now that apparently, I'm just going to read from this, apparently 600,000 minimum people have stopped playing World of Warcraft, which is an incredibly addictive game, and it has a huge slew of adherents that just love this thing, and they kind of live the WoW lifestyle. Engo, what's going on?
Yeah, I've been playing since closed beta. So I've been playing this game for, what, 4 or 5 years now. And so basically, they have 12 million subscribers. So 600,000 is a drop in the
wasting time.
300.
Well, think of all the hours, what you could have done with all that time.
Oh, well, I'll put it this way. One of my characters, just one of them,
could have
has
learned to play the piano.
days. Well, just one of my characters has 90 days playtime. So that's 90 times 24. That's how many hours I put in just that one
learned
character.
the piano.
And I've got about 15 of these characters, so I've got tons of them, and they all have a pretty insane amount of hours.
So what makes you addicted? What is addictive about the game?
I don't know. It's just a lot
I've
of fun.
never even played it for 1 minute, so I'm sure I could be addicted.
My
to
daughter Isabel plays it all the time, but I don't know what it is. They spend it all. She stays up all night.
People love this game.
It's a very social thing too.
Very social.
You make friends.
Yeah.
You communicate. You get together, right? So,
My favorite part of it is trolling everybody, but that's just me.
So why is everybody? But World of Warcraft supposedly has over 11 million subscribers. What? Paying, how much?
$15 a month.
15. So 11 times 15 a month.
Wow.
Not to mention that you got to
For
buy
what?
the base game.
You know what I mean? It's like 2 guys can maintain this thing.
What gets even crazier?
Cashing the checks.
Because you got to buy the game. That's $50. Then you have to buy every expansion. Which about once a year, about a year and a half, another expansion comes out, so you got to spend another $50 on top of that. A friend of mine just started playing, cost them $100.
So that's a $500 million up front they get,
Unbelievable.
and then they get another billion every year from just subscriptions. These guys are rolling in money.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on though? Why is everybody
So
playing?
basically, there's this recent expansion that came out called Cataclysm. So the whole world kind of blew up, and this is the remnants of it. And so this expansion came out in December. So now we are, a couple of months later, and suddenly 600,000 people dropped off the map because they're saying the game's too hard now. Blizzard's catering too much to the hardcore people. But what it really comes down to is these people just completely flat out suck at playing this game. All these people that are out there, all these bloggers that are saying,
so all the complainers, all the people that
are
supposedly are suck at the game.
They just
and
are terrible.
That's the untold story.
Even a casual player, they have made the game so much easier. Anybody who's played EverQuest,
they're ruining it for everybody.
EverQuest was hardcore. Like if you wanted to do anything in the game, it was a grind. You would spend a week just trying to get one level. Like it was a really hardcore grind. World of Warcraft, they just hand you armor. It's no big deal. I mean, I got a character from 1 to 80 in like 3 days or something like that. It's that easy now. Some of the content is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to just be easy, but they have different levels of it. It's like basically buying Duke Nukem and saying, oh, you know what, Nightmare mode is too hard. I'm going to quit playing this game.
So, okay, I think you made your point.
So this is like that
Yogi.
Let's
go. Let's
this is like that Yogi.
This is a non-story. These people got suckered into a non-story. This is just a bunch of quitters.
Well, yeah, but it also sounds like that Yogi Bear phrase. It's so popular, nobody goes there anymore.
Yeah, Yogi Bear.
But this is just a normal pattern. Like after a few months after an expansion comes out, people, they've gone through all the content. They've seen everything they can see. They stop playing for a few months. They go play some other games. When the next expansion comes out, they come right back.
So are they at risk of losing millions or billions of dollars?
Not really.
Well,
as soon as the next expansion
600,000.
comes out,
Say they lose 1 million people. That's times $15. That's $15 million a month.
I know.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but as soon as the next expansion comes out, they're going to all come right back. And plus, Blizzard's working on their next MMO right now, which is codenamed Titan, and it's supposed to be out in like 2 years.
I wonder if more people are playing WoW now that they can't play EverQuest.
Oh, EverQuest has been down since PSN got hacked. Yeah.
Did you hear PSN went up and down, back down?
Which is actually great about that. There's another part to the story that was actually just announced today. So it came back up. Yeah. But then what you had to do is you had to do a password reset, and you only had to know 2 things. You had to know the email address.
That's the lamest thing you ever heard.
You had to know the email address and the birthday. As soon as you knew that, you could reset the password.
So those 100 million.
To anybody.
No, those 100 million stolen.
18 million of those accounts are already out there, or 70 million accounts already out there. So you could just download that database and reset everybody's password for them. Then they realize that they're like, okay, yeah, maybe we should take this back down. Yeah. Japan has told them that they're not allowed to bring it back up.
Are these guys idiots?
I know.
What is the deal?
I don't know, but Japan actually told them they're not allowed to bring the PSN back up in Japan until they can prove that they can secure the system.
Yeah. But is that the
lamest thing? Well, then they'll never come back up from the sounds of it.
Well, yeah.
Email and birthday, which was stolen. Yeah.
Exactly. So it makes no sense.
Okay. So now there's another. The third gaming story is the Nintendo boss sent bricks in DRM protests.
So the
What's this
Nintendo
story?
3DS has in its terms of service, it says that anytime you connect to Wi-Fi, the system's going to automatically check for any firmware updates and automatically install it without your knowledge or consent. And one of the stipulations in the terms of service says that if you have any unauthorized modifications or unauthorized peripherals, they'll just brick your device and it never works again.
Ouch.
So now there's this group of people that are obviously pretty pissed off about this. So now they're taking donations, and every single donation that you send them, they're sending a brick to the CEO of Nintendo. Like
Well, he can
physical
build a
brick.
separate house.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
You should send
expensive.
him a
Expensive to ship
mason
that,
to come
too.
in there.
Yeah, it's got to be like $10 to ship it.
Yeah, really?
Well, actually, no, it's $5 because the post
no.
office has that. If it could fit in this box, you could ship it for $5.
Exactly, there you go.
Yeah, right. That's post office thing. So even because what would be an illegal peripheral? Something that's just
A charger. If you buy a third-party charger that's not authorized by Nintendo,
how would they know?
Something
how
sounds
does this?
fishy about
because
this
those
story.
chargers actually emit a signal that say that it's an authorized charger. It actually has a chip in there. That
What if you
says that
pull it
it's-
off the charger?
Yeah.
Well, but if you happen to be connected to Wi-Fi while that charger's in there, it's going to detect that and just brick your device.
And then what happens
Well, that's
once your
no
device
good.
is bricked?
You got to buy a new one.
Get out of here.
Dead serious.
They
What's the
must
terms
have
of service
some.
say?
Well, this is gonna
is
win
not good.
Nintendo a lot of friends, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, Nintendo's
Not
been
that they're
trying to
not
fight the
doing so
homebrewers
great
and
now.
hackers. They've been trying to fight them big time.
I don't know why.
Sony's
Why
been
does
trying to
anybody
fight
try
'em.
to fight him? What's the
It's-
point?
It's pointless. They're not going to win. They cannot win this battle. There's just
Not
no
only
way.
that, but I think it's ill will and it's a bad idea.
Bad PR.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's doing bad enough these days. This is the last
Yeah.
thing they need. What they should be doing is they should really embrace this and say, you know what? Fine, you guys want to create some homebrew software. Here's an SDK. But you have, people who want to use this, they have to purposely download that software and they have to agree that, they're not going to let kids near it because there could be, adult-rated content on there because Nintendo really controls their systems.
Yeah.
So I doubt that they would ever go that route. But if they want to survive, they might have to.
I'd have to look at this charger thing. I find that hard to believe.
Well, it's not just charger. I mean, it could be controllers.
Yeah,
it
no,
could
I
be
understand.
all sorts of things. But
Interesting. I'm
But
sure
there's a
that's
lot
just,
of
it's
cell
just a
phones out
customer
there.
nightmare because you have people buy stuff they don't know. Who looks at the terms of service? Nobody. The thing goes down. It stops working. They're calling in. What's wrong with my machine?
Yeah.
And it just creates nothing but a cloud of ill will and anger. And it's a crazy idea. I don't know what some of these
the
executives are thinking.
Motorola Razr, I mean, it's an old phone now, but if you try to, it has a little mini USB on there. And if you try to charge it on a Windows machine, it says right on it, unauthorized charger. You've got to download and install drivers in order to charge off USB. It's ridiculous. Plug it into a Mac, works no problem though. It's really strange. But there's a lot of cell phones out there now that if you plug it into an unauthorized charger or unauthorized headset or whatever, it just stops working. I mean, it doesn't brick it, but it just says unauthorized charger
Doesn't
or
make
whatever.
sense
It
to
stops
me.
working. I don't get it either.
Well, none of us get it. You've been watching X3.